Drug addiction. Many people feel the effects of the disease, whether it's their own fight or a loved one's, Megan.
And all day we're highlighting the opioid epidemic impact on your community, digging deeper into its rise here in North Alabama, efforts to stop it and letting those who know firsthand what it's like to enter this seemingly never-ending battle will take you inside the drug world.
Once I did it the first time, it was kind of over from there.
This disease does not discriminate.
Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be an addict.
Once you're in it, it's nearly impossible to get out. That's how Julie Coleman describes addiction. Her drug use began when she was just a teen.
I'm never going to do meth, never. But I ended up doing it, and then it was like the Grim Reaper. It just took me.
For more than a decade, Coleman abused meth. She lost jobs, housing, and cycled in and out of the Morgan County Jail. As her addiction grew, so did her role in the epidemic, eventually dealing the same drugs she was abusing.
It's not because you're trying to get rich, it's because you're trying to survive.
Despite the odds, Coleman eventually fought her demons. Thanks to long-term recovery, she's been sober for more than 12 years.
It can affect anyone.
Olivia Eichert is also more than a decade sober and now directs a women's recovery center, A New Beginning in Florence.
About 4 years, I guess, after I got sober, the girls started coming in, and it was the heroin.
The opioid epidemic hit Alabama hard in the 2000s, with the number of overdose deaths climbing 82% from 2006 to 2014. Turn the page to 2021. Eichert is noticing a startling trend.
A lot of our clients come in, they test positive for fentanyl, and they had no idea they've even used it.
Rendell Drummond runs a men's recovery center, Living Free Recovery, in Morgan County. He's noticing the same trend.
And that essentially, that's what kills them, is the fentanyl. 8 years ago, I didn't even know what Narcan was.
Both of the centers have something in common, a treatment plan longer than 30 days, a crucial weapon to help those who feel there's no end in sight.
I went to treatment 4 times before I got sober, and the first 3 times it was short term.
Eichert says recovering is not just choosing to say no to drugs, but learning how to live life sober.
When we're out there using our behaviors, it's more like a survival instinct, so we just help them develop new life skills to live life on life's terms without the cushion of drugs and alcohol.
Drummond's program is helping more than 50 men across 2 campuses, but he knows it's not enough. Many addicts don't have the means to get sober, even with more than 40 state-funded rehabs in Alabama.
It's hard to access detox in our state because there's not much state-funded detox.
Julia Rowland was able to find a treatment center through a Huntsville organization, Partnership for a Drug-Free Community. It offers a recovery resource hub to refer addicts to a facility. She's now 15 months sober from IV meth.
Being able to have the resources in the local community and people to be able to just walk in and feel comfortable, I think that's the best part about it.
It may seem as easy as walking through a door for Rowland, but it took hitting rock bottom to reach out for help.
Right before I went to treatment, I was in a camper by somebody's grandparents' house at 7 in the morning doing drugs, and I'm looking around and people are passed out from heroin and all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, this is what I'm doing. This is my life. These are who I'm surrounding myself with, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
Rowland knows she's not the same person she was 15 months ago.
I had to change my people, places, and things, so I had to change everything, but the support group was the biggest part of my early sobriety.
Her recovery continues, as does for every addict, each going about it their own way. Even years after her last drug use, Coleman constantly reminds herself why it's important to stay clean.
People lose everything, all their friends, their families. But I had a mom who, I don't want to cry, but she stuck it out the whole time, and she prayed for me, and her prayers actually got answered.
Our coverage of North Alabama's drug addiction continues during WAAY 31 News at 4. We learn more about how agencies are tracking down these illegal substances and take you on a drug bust in North Alabama.
Also at that same time today at WAAY 31 News starting at 4, a phone bank. Representatives from Partnership for a Drug-Free Community will join us here to get your questions answered. If you or someone you know needs help, we're here to help.